Welcome, friends. Today we are doing another live stream. Sensational. Sensational. So, how are we? How are we? How are? What is happening? Have we been busy? Have we had much free time? Have we been buying, collecting perfumes? Good evening, everybody. Oh, well, friends, today is the day. Today is the last day of my autumn and winter rotation for 2022-23. I hope you have enjoyed, I hope you have enjoyed the last 6 months where I have worn all of these fragrances you can see behind you, well, in front of you, behind the camera, I suppose. Oh, I am excited to wear my freshies starting tomorrow. It just feels like this season has flown by. It's a bit unnerving how quickly the time has gone. That's what I say every week on the rotation. I'm like, how? Whoops. How has the time gone so quickly? Damn. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Oh, I am going to be changing my rotation. I was going to do it tomorrow, but I actually have some extremely important paperwork to get done, and I am dreading it, frankly. I am doing it with somebody else. I am expecting much shouting to be done at me. I am expecting... Oh, put it like this, I'm not looking forward to it. Very much not. Yo, DJ. But on Thursday and or Friday, I'll be doing a couple of streams where I rotate my collection with everybody. So that'll be done through the day probably, like I did 6 months ago. I did 2 streams where I changed up the rotation and it was great fun. Everybody seemed to have a good time. I'm going to try and do it Thursday, but I might still be on with my paperwork. I am not good at paperwork, especially not this paperwork. So I do have a friend helping us, which I appreciate greatly. But like I say, I'm not looking forward to it. Dreading it is probably the way of putting it, if I'm being honest. But not to worry. Tonight, friends, we have each other. And we will be happy. So, tell me your sense of the day. I did see somebody mention Mayo Fushini. And Meo Fushini is a house I would like to investigate because I remember Fragrance Journey talking about them, and he has met the guy from Meo Fushini. I wanted to say he'd met Meo Fushini there, but I don't know that that's his name. You know? Excuse me whilst I cough in your ears. So I would like to try them. I've also been looking at some samples from a house that Ramsey was talking about recently. And the house is called... The house is called... What is the house called? One moment, friends, whilst I look up what the house is called. It is called naturalnicheperfume.com, but that's not his actual name. Abdez Salameta. Salam Etar. Abdez Salamatar. I beg your pardon, sorry. But I'm not paying fucking £17 a sample. That's just... No. I don't care. I genuinely do not care. I'm not getting into that kind of weirdness. Fucking £17 a fucking sample. Ooh, I have some not news, but like some feedback, some things I would like to discuss. I have tried, you will be aware that this is Enchanted Forest by the Vagabond Prince. Hi. This fragrance is fabulous. I love it. Fantastic. But out of curiosity, I decided to get myself the rest of the samples from the brand, of which I now cannot find because someone has been in here and moved loads of shit around. Who could it have been? Aha, found them. Yes, I knew they couldn't have gone far. I got Land of Warriors, I beg your pardon, by Vagabond Prince. I got myself Bass Solo by Vagabond Prince. I got myself Swan Princess by Vagabond Prince. I also got Tihota by Indult. And I got myself a Lubon. Friends, I can report to you now that everything apart from Enchanted Forest is fucking shite from the Vagabond Prince. Swan Princess, shite. Bass Solo, shite. Land of the Warriors, double shite. That is really, really, really bad. That was really, really bad. Land of Warriors is fucking appalling. Sorry if you like it. But if you do, I'm afraid me saying it's shite is not as big a problem as your taste. Your taste is not very good. It's really poor. The three of them really are like, whoa, Wasterbond Prince. That's not very good. They're really quite bad, I'm being honest. I'll tell you something though. Tihota, beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. Smells like a warm sun-kissed skin with vanilla sun cream on it. It tastes like sun cream, vanilla sun cream. Smells beautiful. Beautiful. I would never buy it. I would never. It is not the type of thing that I would want. I would love a candle that smelled like that. I would like scent sticks. I would like a woman to smell like that. But I would never, ever, ever, ever want to smell like that myself. I think it smells very, very nice. Very feminine, very round. Very round perfume. I expect mail soon, Dusan, says Dove. Excuse me whilst I order coffee latte. What, at this hour? Sample Knees 10 and Knees Forest. Excited, says Robin. Nice. Klein, says Paula. Calvin Klein? Klein, Rich, are you streaming your fragrance cabinet swap tomorrow? Yes, but it won't be tomorrow. It'll be Thursday. Hopefully. Like I said, for a couple of reasons, actually. One, I'm doing some extremely important form filling to do with my generally disgusting state of health. And the person who's filming it out has no time for my foolishness. And as we all know, my foolishness is ample. So I am expecting shouts and potential stabbings. Besides which, I am still fucking reeling from having to fucking perform manual labour on Saturday. A small amount, I had to change a tyre. I am fucked still. I had to change a tyre and I am absolutely buckled. I can't hack it. I have no bones about saying it. I will not lie to you people, but my fucking physical state is such that changing a tyre has me feeling it on Tuesday when I did it on Saturday. It is scandalous, really. Pain and suffering has ensued. But, I mean, there was one point on Saturday that I was literally by the side of the road in the fetal position. I was in great pain doing this. Car tyre exploded on the motorway. Literally exploded on the motorway. Fucking silly. Oh God. Just a fucking nightmare, like. Hold on the back, cracking the lug nuts. Well, the thing is, I was using my foot. I was using my foot to try and get the nuts off, you know. DJ's thinking about a girl on eBay. That is a very expensive thought. Bid them 6, accept 7. They've got it up for 8. You know what I mean? Robin says, I'm shocked at the way my perfume has changed the last 2 years. It happens. Last year, I wore a lot, and I mean a lot, of Iquitos. I wore a lot of Iquitos in the autumn and winter, and this year I must have worn it twice, if that. But I'm planning to try and wear it in the spring and the summer. You know? Just to try and, because I think Iquitos is one of those perfumes that I can wear year round, you know. Nikki says, I think I got a flat tire on Saturday, just the day for it, mate. Saturday, I wish I did it. Don't get us wrong, I did it, and I managed to get it to the garage to get a new tyre, which I'm not even going to tell you what that cost. So it was a double punch, you know. No roadside assistance. But I wouldn't ring up for a pop tyre. Jesus, I've got some pride. To be fair, I was just praying for like either a police officer or a fucking. I mean, to be fair, they probably wouldn't have stopped. But I was praying for somebody, but nobody came. So just read into that what you want. Yeah, I don't really want to fucking go on and on about it. Ooh, Pio says a Akitos is horrible. No, it's not. It's tremendous. It's very typically like female though. It smells like heat. And it's got that like civety hot kind of smell. No, it's not bad. It's got a big jasmine in it though. One of the only jasmines I actually love. And I do love this. There's always an exception that proves the rule. And in this case it's this. And there's a Akitos by Alain Delon. Alain Delon. But yes, it's time to put the Muglers away and get out the Creeds. Peo says had to sell it. Sorry. You don't have to be sorry, mate. Jesus. You should have said though, I know quite a few people who would have bought it and for a good price. You've had an eventful day, have you, Paolo? Pradeep says Muglers should be put away permanently. I'll put you away permanently. Rich, get out the Smalto. The Smalto will be got out. Have patience. Yeah, I would have bought it, says Interference. I would have bought it. Interference would have bought it. Ramsey would have bought it. Chris from Scentland would have bought it. Vic from Bel Air, Scent, he would have bought it. I think a lot of people would have bought it. It was in a... Dear me. Richie J always starts texting me at this time of night. He's obviously unaware of my fucking streaming proclivities. The rascal. By the way, Rich, I've just started another something page. Another 7-page assignment. Wish me luck, good luck. But I've sold it, so I found a buyer. No problem. Fire that guy. Says Interference. Not a fan of Creed. If you put a knife on my throat to buy a Creed, it would be BDP. Yeah, I like Bois de Portugal. I mean, the old stuff's great. Like, the ingredients on the old stuff's great. Like, he's always texting us when I'm streaming the shit. He never texts us when I'm not. Maybe he is watching. Testing us. The rascal had a lovely meal at Richie G's house the other night. I don't know if I told you, but Jesus. Oh. So there's one Creed I'll be putting away, which I haven't worn as much as I would have liked this yet. Oh. And that is Millesime Venetia. This is lovely. Maybe I'll keep this out for the spring. I don't know. Whoa. Do you know I did that unboxing the other night with the Missoni Uomo, the Valentino, the Girl on Louis. I sold the Missoni Uomo, and I've put the Valentino up for sale. So I wasn't huge on the Valentino, to be honest. I'm gonna probably spray it a few more times, see if it clicks, but nah. Not really for me, like. I actually made a decent amount of money on the Missoni Uomo. I didn't realise how much they go for. Anusha's got them at a very good price compared to Did you kick Jura? I haven't seen him to kick him, but he's coming over. We're meeting up. We are meeting up. Alan Hansen is a rascal. I am waiting 3 weeks. I am meeting Jura Rose in 3 weeks today. I do believe. Him and Lee are coming over. I'm going to show them around all the historical Christian sites that are in the part of the world where I am from. Oh, shit! Are you okay? Is everyone okay? Oh, fuck. That was not done on purpose. I have got 2 bottles of Venetia, and this is one of them. It's okay. Fragrance of Merger Fragalanche. Everybody, is everybody okay? Action says P.O. Benson, yes. Oh! Phil says, hope your live stream changing of the fragrance. God, those are enjoyable, Rich. I shall, yes. Don't get carried away and buy 250ml of fucking Dior Cartier, duck. No, I'll try not to this time. PM you my shipping address, Rich. I can't ship outside the UK. If you ever come to the UK, I'll sell you whatever you... Well, not whatever you want, but you know. Creeds aren't that bad. I have 2 bottles of clones. It seems people like the scent, so I want to please them. So when I want to please them, I just use the clones. I wouldn't pay for Creed. I don't like the idea of buying Creeds brand new. Stick says, just got here and the first thing I heard was, oh no, and bottles clinking. Marvellous. Yes, yes. Just welcome to another day in the the North Atlantic rift that is my perfume stream. It is constantly erupting and quaking, you know. Unsure I want to make an earthquake joke because 50-odd thousand people have just died in Turkey. I mean, they're not going to hear it. The joke, that is. You know what I mean. Excuse me. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about changing me. For fuck's sake, just settle. Just settle. There you are. Not sure how I'm feeling about changing my perfume rotation round. I intend whilst I am... Excuse me. I intend while I am changing it round to go back over some of the stuff from the autumn and winter collection, decide if I want to sell anything else. Also, stuff from the spring and summer collection, I am thinking about like I'm going to go through them briefly as I decide whether I want to sell anything from them either. You know? Oh, that Mizoni Womo went in like 3 hours. I was going to say 5 hours there, but it wasn't even that. And somebody else, I've got a theory, right, that us, all of us, sad, lonely fragrance collectors, get sad and lonely in the middle of the night and just buy fragrances. You know? Because I can't tell you, especially on a Friday and Saturday night, the amount of people who buy perfume at 3 o'clock in the morning. Hello, Alan Hansen. There are so many people who buy perfumes at 3, 4, 2 o'clock in the morning. All right, and that's what happened with that Mizoni Womo. Good evening, Keith. Good evening, Manly Sense. And Alan Hansen. Pradeep says it is the coolest time of the year here. Geranium Pour Monsieur will give the jitters. I don't think I'll be wearing Geranium Pour Monsieur immediately, but I will be when it gets hotter. Assuming it gets hotter. I do live in Britain. Oh, excuse me. I buy minis drunk late at night. I've absolutely no problem telling you that I've bought many a perfume at 2, 3, 4, 1 o'clock in the morning. That's how I know. It's just very interesting now I'm selling them to find out that I'm not the only one. Not by a long shot. Not by a long shot. I would say a good 30, 40% of the perfumes I've sold have been in the middle of the night. Like I've woken up to like orders. I saw that, Paolo. I've woken up to orders many a time, middle of the night. Yeah, not the middle of the night, in the morning. And I've placed many. It would be interesting if you could go back through your purchase history and you could check what hour of the morning you actually bought stuff. Oh, I saw a meme the other day where it was a woman lying on a psychologist couch, and the psychologist was saying, oh, what was it? Look, I'll show you. Hold on. I'm only showing you because I can't actually remember what it says. There it is. What do you do when you're sad? Says the psychologist. And the woman says, add to cart. And frankly, there's a lot of truth in that. I laughed when I saw that, very much so. I do add to cart when I'm sad. Yes, it's true. We all know it. Let's not take the piss. It is a very good antidepressant. Very short-lived, though. But it does happen. I was expecting a different video. You will get none of that here. Well, my videos are the same, or at least very similar. Certainly in the visual format. Oh. So wanted to grab some samples, maybe we'll grab some. Anything you recommend getting off Jouvois, Paris, Parasite Mitch? Plan to get some things in a few weeks. Yeah. Did you ever find that Mizoni Womo decant I sent you? No. There's another one as well that you sent us, Keith, and I can't find it for love nor money. There was 3. No, there was 4, right? And there was the Jean Verts, the Verts, was it Verts? Or it was something, cologne from New York. And I had that, and I used that up. And I had the Vial Pour On, which I've still got, which is unlucky because, I mean, I've got 2 or 3 bottles of that stuff now. John Veitz, that's right. John Veitz. Psychologist and woman, you know what I mean. Pradeep getting excited. I see Jura Rose is responding to messages, but not watching the stream, the little shit. Friends, I can tell you. Excuse me. I wasn't in a great way last night. I was going to stream last night, but I decided against it because I was sore off Saturday, and I was lying in bed, and I was like, "Will this interminable soreness not fuck off?" And I resisted for ages, and then I took some oil, and literally within about 45 minutes, I was spot on. I was spot on. Excuse me. Yes, so I can officially sit here and tell you I'm not even going to do a video on these vagabond prints because they're shit. I can officially tell you that all their other fragrances are absolutely shite. And Enchanted Forest is the only one worth checking out. And Land of Warriors is absolutely rubbish. And it's strange to think that Bertrand Duchefort actually made it, and it's even stranger to think that people who consider themselves experts on perfume signed off on it to say that it's a decent perfume, because it isn't. But Enchanted Forest is. I do like Enchanted Forest. Just goes to show, you know? Just because you think you're an expert doesn't mean you are. Apart from me. No, I'm just kidding. You know what I mean. It's daunting, you know? Like, they've made themselves 4 perfumes. Eugene made himself 3 perfumes. Fucking... Oh, like Barbara Herrmann made herself, like, 6 perfumes. Triple X, you've got all these indie perfumers who put out all these perfumes. I know I give indie perfumers hell for being shit, right? But it takes a lot of balls to put out a perfume, because more than likely most people aren't going to like it, you know? Like, you'll sell some, because you'll always sell something. My friend's got a saying that if you put a milk bottle in a shop window and leave it there for long enough, like an empty milk bottle in a shop window and leave it there for long enough, somebody will come along and buy it, you know? And I think there is some truth to that. I think that you can put shit out and somebody will come along and just buy it, but not most of the people won't. By the same token, you can put out some really good stuff and people will not buy it. You know, the amount of people. Did you just ask if someone said balls? I did not ask if somebody said balls. DJ wants Roberto Greco. DJ wants me to buy Roberto Greco. I know, but I'm not sure I do. I'm not into indie stuff. Yes, hunt and gather and hoard. People will buy anything, says Phil. Hyping shit is limited and selling for 1,000 is the trend now, says Pradeep. Advertisement is the key, says Xabez. Yes, yes and no. I think there's a little bit more to it than that, you know? You got to remember, people were hyping up Parfums de Marly long before Demi Rawlins was on the scene, you know? I was thinking about this the other night, you know, because there's been a lot of talk about like certain female reviewers kicking about recently, and people getting free bottles and people saying things and people doing things. I have a hot take on my own sort of shtick. Right? I don't like Parfums de Marly. I don't like their fragrances, and I certainly don't like their advertising techniques. But it may be, if we just step away and think about it for a second, it may be a little harsh to pin all that shit on Demi Rawling. I don't know Demi Rawling. I know I spoke to her before in my life. May have watched a couple of her videos years ago, but I try and actively stay away from it. It's not my type of content, you know? And I'm a firm believer in, if you don't like something, don't watch it and don't make yourself ill, you know? So I don't, and I just leave it alone. But maybe pinning all of the shit that Parfums de Marly deserve onto Demi isn't fair. They're using her as a human shield, right? They're using her as a human shield that like Parfums de Marly I'm talking about. Parfums de Marly deserve a lot more stick directed at them, you know. But the guy who owns it's not her son, because I know it's not not her son. It's not her partner, her boyfriend, husband, whatever, right? It's his dad. His dad's the one who deserves the shit. Does anybody actually know his name? I don't. And yet she gets it in the neck off all of us, and I include myself. I was just thinking about it the other day, and I thought, maybe it's not that fair that I do that. I don't know that I've ever actually called out Demi Rowling or thought about it, but there's a lot of stuff she does as far as the marketing side of it that isn't necessarily, I don't agree with. But then it's stuff that I don't do, you know? For the same reason I don't talk about Eugene's fragrances is the same reason I don't, if I was her, I wouldn't talk about Parfums de Marly fragrances. You're too close to them, you know? People don't like being patronized. People will draw their own conclusions, and you are drawing on. You are leaving a question to be answered. All right? It doesn't matter how much you protest. It doesn't matter how much you say that you have. If you are that close to someone who has a brand and then you start talking about that brand, people are going to say you're influenced. You know? I go to the far extreme. I'm more extreme than Eugene. I'm more extreme than basically anyone else. I will not take free bottles off anyone. Right? I won't, nobody ever reaches out to us either, but then I've made it extremely clear that I won't, you know? DJ said before that people pick on Demi because she doesn't disclose that she literally related to a super high up in Parfum de Marly. Well, I mean, everybody knows. I mean, what's she supposed to do? Repeat it every time? I don't want it to seem like I'm standing up for her or I'm changing my stance, because I'm not. I would tell this to her. Yeah, DJ said I wouldn't talk about anything I receive for free. No, I wouldn't either. I'll take 3 bottles of Guerlain's offering me Neroli out Renoir. Well, you see, what you could say is if they were doing that, right? If they were offering a free bottle, what you could say is, look, right, and you can't get it anymore for a discontinued fragrance, you could say, I will put the retail price into a charity. Pick a charity. I will give the retail price to, excuse me, I feel like I'm tying myself a knot here when I'm trying to be very straightforward with this. Hello, Joe. How are you? Absolutely shattered. Joe got a parcel from me today and it took her 15 minutes. That might be why she's shattered. Joe Rose is sending me jokes. Amawaj has sponsored fully paid trips to Oman for her and many others. I agree. What my point kind of is, right, is that other people in that organisation probably deserve as much, if not more, stick than she gets. And no, she's not. It's not. So I would never watch, because I don't like it. This is what I think I don't like about the whole free bottles for review sort of thing. I don't like being patronised, and I find that kind of content extremely patronising. Extremely patronising. Do you think I wouldn't know what you are doing? Do you think you're smarter? Do you think you can bat your eyelids? Do you think that if you wear a low-cut top that I'm going to buy this fucking poo? Who the fuck do you think I am? And yet, There are many people that do. You know? I think free samples or decanters are acceptable. Samples, yeah. Samples, yeah. I've often said, why don't these houses send out sample sets to... Why don't they send out sample sets to everybody, right? And then when the bottles appear on somebody's shelves, after they've sampled them and they've had to buy them, then you'll know just how highly they rate those perfumes. They've put their money where their mouth is. I liked it. I got samples of this. I liked it so much, I bought it. That should be how it works, really. You know? The other side of the coin is, right? The other side of the coin is, right? I've totally forgot what I was going to say. Oh, the other side of the coin is people asking for free bottles. It's not the other side of the coin. It's like another part of the argument. Sorry, I'm obviously my heat's up me fucking arse tonight. Sex sells, always has. Yeah, always will. Totally agree. Yeah, you're totally right. Yeah, you're totally right. I consider myself in a minority of one in that I will not be sold to, as far as perfume's concerned, by some girl in a bra being a man. You told me Nashana does this. DJ something about leaving the sent me bottle for free out of the video. They have a script with the bottles. Yes, they do. Not only that, right? Not only do they have a script, but there are rates lists. Do you know what rates lists are? And there are some very famous fucking fragrance YouTubers who have these rates lists. This is how much I charge to say certain things. It's fucking outrageous. I think that's just. Frankly, I find it incestuous. It's an incestuous relationship between the reviewers and the companies. You know, it's free marketing, basically. It's cheap marketing, cheap free marketing for the companies, and it's free bottles for the reviewers. If I was the reviewers, right, I wouldn't be taking free bottles. If I was one of those big reviewers, I would want a fuck sight more than free bottles. I'd be wanting cash. I'd be wanting a piece of the profits. I'd be wanting fucking all sorts. You know? I would be wanting a fuck sight more than a free bottle. And they sell themselves extremely short. Kazim says, I'm not going to lie, I'd be a hypocrite. If I was a reviewer, I'd take anything and everything for free. I've spent too much money on this bloody hobby, I deserve free things. These bozos just sell them on eBay or Facebook under a different name. Yeah, Mr. Zayas was caught doing that, wasn't he? By Zaharoff. I think it was him. Everything becomes an ad sooner or later, says Micah, especially on this platform. It would make more sense if there could be an on-loan bottle. New releases would leave the hands of the reviewer as soon as they stop the record button. And it either goes back to the company or passed around to other creators. Is Gallup similar to Queer-Dange Pass? Joe says, I have to say I've become a little sus about Persliz's. Now he's doing two things for fragrance brands that basically promote them. His relationship with Amouage. Yeah, it's not great, is it? But does he talk about them? He's done work for Amouage before. You know, it's see, this is the problem. You see, even if you're not guilty of that, right? Even if you're not guilty of what people are accusing you of, you leave yourself open to the accusation. And then what happens is they get offended that they then get accused. And it's like, well, if you don't want to be accused, why are you being so fucking, why are you doing what you're doing? You know? Like, you can't have it both ways. Well, how can you honestly review 4 new frags when you're presenting them at Harrods for 50 quid a pop? Yeah, exactly. It's not something I could or would do. He's going to have to do some pretty great verbal and mental gymnastics to get around that one. I would love to hear his answer to accusations that he either has or will face about this. Like I say, it's not something I would ever get involved in. And people who go to that event, right? You spend, like, I know I've been invited to a Dior event like that. You pay 50 quid for your ticket, right? This was at my local Dior boutique, and it was about a year ago. Maybe it's a bit more, right? You pay 50 quid for your ticket, turn up, right? And it's redeemable against a bottle that you want to buy. What if you don't want to buy a bottle? You lose your 50 quid. So of course you're going to buy a bottle. It's a trick. It's a con. It's a marketing thing. It's the oldest thing in the fucking book, man. Right? If I was personally, I would be very honoured that they'd asked us, right? I can't tell them what to do or what to think. I wouldn't have touched that with a fucking barge pole if he wants to be taken seriously in the future, because these things are going to hang over him. I don't doubt for a second it's extremely tempting. You know? I don't doubt for a second that it's extremely tempting to want to be presenting a night about Amouage at Harrods. What a gig. What a gig. Like, I just, it's not just Amouage though. I don't want it to sound like I'm picking on Amouage, because they're all fucking on it. I don't want it to sound like I'm picking on fucking Persolaise. I like Persolaise. I respect Persolaise's opinion. He's a man of letters. He writes extremely well, and I have a lot of respect for people who can write well. You know? Because it's something I can't do. I can do this. I can do informal sitting around chatting with my friends, talking about stuff I love. Right? This is what I can do and do well. I can be honest, because I find it much easier to be honest. And if nothing else, I am extremely lazy. And being honest is one of the easiest ways and one of the best ways to be lazy, because you don't have to put any thought into it. You just be honest. DJ sent me something. Hope it wasn't the clap. So, I mean, I don't think that Persolaise would lie. That's not the point I'm making at all. In fact, I know that he wouldn't lie. I'm pretty certain that he's not a liar, as certain as you can be without meeting someone and knowing them for a long time. I think he's a thoroughly decent bloke. But the same point with Demi I would make again. You leave yourself open to the accusations by doing things like this. And they're very reasonable accusations that people are making as well. You know, you talk about Perfume. You have a very clear like link to one particular fragrance house, right? Why should we then think that you wouldn't be biased towards them? It's natural. It's one of the reasons I don't talk about Eugene's fragrances. It would be totally natural for us to say that we're all fucking brilliant and I love them and I'm really proud of them, which I am proud of them. You know? Who is our fragrance Jesus? In what way? What do you mean? Trusting my heart, brain, and nose, best way to be. Trust yourself. Learn your own taste. Find out about yourself. Find out about people who you agree and disagree with. There is an account, I'm sure you know who he is. He's called Cheap Imitation. And we disagree about lots and lots to do with our perfume tastes, right? But I really enjoy his content. And I know he's legit. Learn who you can and can't trust. I know I can trust that if he likes something, I'm probably not going to like it. And vice versa, do you know what I mean? That doesn't necessarily mean it's always the case, but... Oh, Incense Avignon's really good. There are other people like that. For me, robes, certainly back when I first started watching fragrance videos, I learned that if robes really liked something, there was a very good chance I was going to like it. And if he didn't like something, there was a very good chance I wasn't going to like it. But it's never one-to-one. It's never one-to-one. And that's the same thing I would say with Cheap Imitation, who again I think is proper sound. You know? Robes likes a Le Leon. Well, he can like Le Leon. Like I said, it's not one-to-one. Ramsey. Me and Ramsey like almost all the same stuff, except when we don't. And it's rare. But sometimes we don't. It's just learn your own nose, learn to trust your own nose. Remember, it's your money. It's your taste. You've got to live with the bottle of it. You know? People know my opinion on LDE, says DJ. Ramsey is the Clint Eastwood of perfume, says Jura. Oh, what a day. So friends, at some point in the next week I will be doing a video about what perfumes I am looking forward to wearing in the spring and summer. That does not necessarily mean that I will be wearing them. I've done a couple of videos like this before, and they rarely are the ones that I end up wearing. At the beginning of every new season, I put on Fragrantica my quote-unquote favourite perfumes. And at the end of the season, I look back, I keep an eye on them and see which ones I've worn, and rarely do the two things tally. Rarely. Very hard to make predictions like that, because the main thing is to wear stuff that you want to, that you enjoy wearing, you know? It's my opinion that matters. It is when it's your fucking fragrances. Alan, I saw a comment you made back there about Cartier releasing a a new oud in their oud series, which is vanilla and oud and vanilla, and that you are looking forward to it. I would like... I've got oud and mint, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. I bought it off Bry. I might sell it. Excuse me whilst I itch my face. I'm not sure. Excuse me. I'm going to try it in the spring, because that is a good time for mint. And we'll see how it goes, shall we? I have somebody coming over from deepest France, and they are wanting to sell me a few perfumes. Quick hello before bed. Hello, Christoph. Sleep well, mate. Alright, what we got here? Got a message off DJ. I'll respond to that afterwards, mate. I can't respond in real time. I mean, besides the obvious, Richie, definitely in the running, friend. Thank you very much, Scent of the Day. You are too kind. Pardon me. I'm yawning. Rich is our fragrance archbishop. Eugene should make a fragrance called Green Iris Tweed. I actually quite like Oud and Malt by Cartier, but it's so difficult to wear outside the odd springtime setting. It's a very weirdly positioned fragrance. Like, it sounds like a good idea to contrast mint with oud, but in practice I can't see any way of making it work. Like, today I found a bottle of Olympia Intense by Paco Rabanne in the stairway that somebody apparently didn't need anymore, and after smelling it, I surely get why. Absolutely woeful, says Christoph. Is it that bad, is it? Oh dear, oh dear. That's not very good. Jura says I'll make one called Green Irish Tart. Probably, but I tried the new GIT yesterday. What can I say? Is it that bad? I was hoping Mathilde Laurent would do an oud and patchouli. You would think that would be an obvious one. I am all for opinions, but what's frustrating is propagating mediocrity in the name of opinions, like calling Dylan Blue a masterpiece. I agree. The thing is that you could always mask that by saying it was your taste. I'll send you the bottle if you review it, says Christoph. Ooh. I'm not sure I want it, Christoph. I'm trying to get rid of perfumes, not get them in. Oh! I have managed to secure myself a bottle of Egoist with an L at the beginning. And it's coming from Japan in June. That'll be fun. Ireland, stay strong, says Bob. What? What I've learned, a lot of people don't want different opinions. They want to be their opinions validated when it comes to scent and other aspects in life. I agree. I've said this before. People want to be patted on the head and told that they've got good taste. That's what they want to be told. Well done, you bought a good fragrance. Joe says, I hold my hand up and say I liked Olympia Solar. A guilty pleasure. I've got a massive heft of synthetic sandalwoods in GIT. I struggle with them, to be honest. Not creamy, plasticky and cheesy. Sour and harsh. Screeching. Also some of your favourite amber woods. That can fuck off. I've got a couple of bottles. I've got enough Green Irish Tweed to last us for a fucking long time. Hopefully. Sounds like narcissism, says Manly Sense. Well, a lot of people just want to be stroked on the fucking, on the chin, have their chin tickled, you know what I mean? Well done, good boy, good girl. You bought a good perfume, you know what you're talking about. You're not like the others. Let's be friends. You have good taste. It's essentially how fucking being a salesman works. Rich, what's your fragrance guilty pleasure? I've got a few. I always refer to Le Male Essence de Parfum. That is probably one of my biggest ones. Oh, sorry. I've got other ones. I just can't see them right in front of us. Like, what are people laughing at? Rich, you can tickle my chin. I'm not going anywhere near your chin. I know wherever it's been. Most in the complete opposite sense space if you vintage heads, but it's not something I'm going to blow a gasket about. You're all good eggs, says Dove. Oud Satin Mood seems like a guilty pleasure for Rich. Kind of, yeah. DJ says, like, I can have people smell shit I love, and 9 out of 10 people will say it smells like ass or decaying dog. Still wear that shit because I like it. Yeah. Sweet Sood and Cardamom. Look at these shitty comic book movies lately. Some kids dispose any criticism as opinion and consider box office as indicator of quality. I agree. People have always done that. People have always considered sales as a measure of success, and it's not. It's not. It's only like that in a particular situation. It's only one metric of success. People can, and you, it's how much stall you put beside that particular metric. You know. So if sales are your goal, right, which they are for a lot of people and companies because money is the name of the game, then if you get one that sells a lot and makes a lot of money, then you're going to be happy. You'll think it was successful. If not, you won't. You guys keep saying it, but it's not a sure thing, Jira, says Dev. Dev, you're not at the event horizon yet. When you do, you'll fall into a black hole. DJ says buying stuff because it's popular is a sign of a sheep. McDonald's is popular, doesn't make it good. I totally agree. Totally agree. Now, give me 2 minutes. I'm going to the bathroom. Oh, my spine. That is not my mother whistling, it is me. I have a tremendous whistle. Oh dear, Barbara. McDonald's has been extra sucky these past years. No service, no napkin shite. I'm done except for getting Mom her fish burger. Jura Antoine once said sandalwood is a delicate note to work with and pairs better with certain things than others. Says Eugene. Welcome, Eugene. Always here. How are you? I hope you are well. I am, of course, shite. No, I'm not shite. I'm actually all right. I'm a little bit sore, a little bit tired. You know? It is the end of the day, though. It's like 9 o'clock at night. You would expect at least some level of tiredness. Ugh. I need to take my Ramipril because I have elevated pressure of blood. I need to start doing some exercise, bitches. Of that, there can be no doubt. Of that, there can be zero doubt, my friends. Zero. Oops. Right, and there you go. Sorry, I'm just disposing of boxes. What this? Rich, what a wonderfully beautiful whistle you have. Thank you, Nick. I've been whistling a lot since I was young. Oh. Oh my word. Scent of the day is Balenciaga Pour On, says Eugene. Actually, if we have never seen you face here, Rich, how do we know it's you? And what if your mother is talking and the real Rich is locked away in a basement somewhere? I don't have a basement, that's how you know that, son. An exercise stream, you'll get nothing of the sort. You blokes like onion rings? Occasionally. Top 10 perfumes for the gym, fight me, Paroli. Take up gymnastics, you've got more chance of me taking up flying with wings. I'm of a sweet potato fried guy myself, says Dev. Eugene, I'm glad you just reminded me of that Balenciaga. I need to wear it once more before the weather warms, says Alan. I wore it yesterday, and then I wore Tobacco Oud today. Oh dear, it's over. Autumn winter 2022-23 is over. Wear the Jane Fonda outfit whilst you exercise and stream it? No. Lily is here. Lils. Nice vintage tights. Spandex. Why am I subscribed to these people? The horrifying history of cholera. I don't want to fucking know about that. Fuck off. There is at some point in my life I will want to know about the horrifying history of cholera. No doubt. But not today. Frag on the Tyne, I know what you're going to say. Are you over the cup final misery? Yeah. Let's put it like this. I'm very, very appreciative of the fact that I have a lot of painkillers at hand, because that hurt. That hurt. We were bang average. It was such a poor game. It was so bad. If I'd be doing all sorts if I was playing in a final. We didn't turn up. We've looked shit since the World Cup. Callum Wilson looks finished. Like, I'm not going to go on about the football for too long, but like, just fuck right off. It was shit. Biggest game of a lot of those players' lives, you know. And not all of them. Definitely not all of them, but some of them. I was really glad that Loris Karius didn't fuck up. Bless him. Nick says, I'm trying to forget the horrifying history of Colin. Well, I mean, that's right. Just seared into me memory. I don't need reminding of that shit. What's with the hype of molecular frags? It's just a gimmick. Jura says, I'm about to disappear. Quickly fuck off. Callum Wilson looks totally cooked, offered nothing. Yeah. He's just, honestly, if you've been watching him since the World Cup, right, you would, yeah. He just looks like he's lost the heart for it. He looks like he's lost the heart for it. There'll be big changes in the summer, like. We're going to be selling people left, right and centre. I can't believe Almiron got a new contract. That was fucking rotten. Frag on the tank says, I totally agree. We were poor. Everybody claiming we were great. Couldn't believe it. We were awful. 9 cup final losses in a row. What a record. Yeah, that's just Newcastle to the T, that. Fucking shit. We'll get there in the end. We will, because they're just going to throw too much money at it for it not to happen. But there's going to have to be some nasty shit. We're going to have to do some fucking... We're going to have to pull some shit. Our squad is atrocious. Well, our team is good. The fucking squad's shocking. Bringing on Jacob Murphy. You know what I mean? We've still employed people like Jamal Lewis and Ryan fucking... Ryan Fraser. Almiron got a new contract, man. Fuck off. Night, Joe. I'm glad you got your perfume. I hope you enjoy it. You never said whether you did or not. I don't mind as long as it's not heavy-handed, says Paroli. Gym is the main place where I smell perfume on other people. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having like perfume pumped into the... Enjoy the rest of the football stream. No, we're not going to be talking about football. This is a perfume stream as much as I can help it. I tried it. So far, so good, Rich. Joe, don't go. That's right. Also, friends, if you want to enjoy the background as much as you possibly can today, because it's going to be going after probably the next time you see it, because I won't be filming a video tomorrow. There it is, friends. There it is. No, the Naomi, good sir. Yes, the Naomi, good sir. I'll be sat at the back of Camel. Which fragrances will I miss the most? That's the type of video I would make if I was hungry for content. You know, if I was hungry to make content, which fragrances won't I miss the most? That's another video I would make if I wasn't hungry. If I was hungry for numbers, you know. Did you wear all of that? Well, obviously not, because it's still there. That L'Eau d'Ambre Extreme looks super unstable. It's actually extremely stable. It is, in fact, extremely stable. It's on top of an Amen flanker, which is one of the most stable places you can be. It is got a fucking, is it a pentagonal or a hexagonal base? Which is an extremely sturdy structure. You know? Oh, friends. It's going to do my fucking back in trying to fucking change all these fragrances around. The fuck. South Coast, Bobby, and I do not live under the king. It's true. I've got rid of 40 frags in the last 3 months and don't miss a single one of them. Yes. I would agree, of all the perfumes I've sold, that I genuinely never even think of the ones I've sold. I've got so many perfumes to keep us going. Like, I've sold backup bottles. The only regret I have is that I couldn't sell them twice. You know? Dev says feminite. I know. Oh, fuck. Blend 30. Blend 30 is a perfume I haven't worn enough. You know? I'm also waiting on a... Oh, it's very, very vintage there. It's got a big polo fucking green thing. You can't see it, can you? Got a big polo green thing happening. Also, another couple of fragrances I haven't worn much this year are the Gucci Pour-Homs. Oh, that's a fucking good fragrance. I really like that. The fucking MCM Success. Success. Yes. Success. Not too far from the sea. So much for leaving. That Blend 30 sounds nice. Wonder if there are any minis around. I've got a couple of minis, I think. I might sell a mini, but I paid a lot for the mini, so... I will miss... what will I miss? Rochas Femme. Amen. Queer Canage. Balenciaga Pour-Homme. Just means I'll look forward to it more when it comes back, you know. I've got an itchy head. I'm itchy. What's going on? Itchy Rich Mitch. Has anyone got their nose on the new Caravanserai Intense by Parfums and Nikolai? I think that house is hugely overrated. Hugely overrated. I do not understand said hype. Everybody selling Blend 30 seems to be located in the godforsaken UK, so they can't ship to Canada, says Baroli. Where did I get mine from? I think I got mine from Italy. Like, deepest Italy. You know? There are bottles out there. You've just got to be patient. And don't buy it off Etsy. Etsy prices are fucking crazy. Fuck knows. See you later, Dev. Fahrenheit I'll miss. Queer by Mona Diorio. I haven't worn that much this year. Gucci Guilty Absolute. Fuck. Antace. Fuck. Double fuck. What am I looking forward to wearing? Pavarotti. I'm genuinely looking forward to wearing Pavarotti. Rose de Jamal. Ambra Supreme. Beau de Jour. I'm not forward to wearing Beau de Jour in the spring. I wouldn't trust Etsy sellers with selling anything, says Paroli. Oh no. Why is that? Are you rotating your collection? Not right now, Pat, but I will be on Thursday. I'll be wearing stuff from the spring and summer rotation, but I'm not actually. Fuck it, I nearly just dropped a perfume on my balls. But I'm not actually going to be rotating it for another couple of days. I've got something I need to do tomorrow. Usually I would be doing it tomorrow, but I have a prior engagement. Oh, excuse me. I've come over very tired. You're mad for letting go, Fev. I am really not. The 450 is a collector's item. Not this collector's item. Scent of the Night Histoire de Parfum 1740, says Antonio. Etsy has a lot of fakes in the US. A lot. Oh. I'm glad I'm not in the US then. I'm looking forward to wearing French leather. Selling more, says Pradeep. I will be, yeah. I will be. Speaking of fakes, will you search for another Sahara? No. No, I won't. Not unless I can get it at a very, very, very good price. It's not happening. That was upsetting. Nobody likes to be duped. And that's kind of soured us on that fragrance, to be honest. I've been testing those Strangelove perfumes. I hope you will be sticking around for my video on those, of which I will do at some point in the near future. Sneak preview. It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. I sprayed Silence the Sea on one of my friends and she was absolutely disgusted. She said it smelled like a rotting port. Bilge water, she called it. Stagnant water. Stagnant water in the bottom of a boat. And I get it. Smells a bit like rotting fish. Dead fish. Not even, it's got ozone, but not huge amounts of ozone. It's not a nice fragrance. James says bruv. He doesn't, he said brev. Oh, I come back to a new view. You do. Nick says evening Nick N. I was going to say Nick N. Sounds nasty, says Nick S. It is. Strangelove is one of those houses you either love it or you're like, meh. I think the Irish chocolate one's by far the best. By far the best. People are like, can you not just put the price to one side and judge them on the scent? I can, but I'm not going to. I wore Silence the Sea to bed and it ruined my sleep. Yes. It would smell like what I imagine going overboard on a ship and then being cast adrift, like nobody noticing you'd gone overboard and the ship leaving you behind and you being like, fuck. And then at night, you just like smell like the sea, and all you can smell is the sea, and you're just floating there like, what the fuck? You know? That's what I imagine it fucking must have been like. Floating in a shitty ocean in the middle of the night. Shit. Sorry. What was that? Considering burning my candle. There was no need for that. I will show you in a raft with a rotting corpse. Yes, it has got that rotting corpse kind of shtick. Here is my tea candle. Now, apparently this was a very famous diptyque candle. And I don't particularly like it. I get why it would be famous, because it's a very for a candle, it's a very complex smell. There's a lot going on, you know? But is it my favourite candle from the brand? No, it's got a ever so slightly sweaty vibe. Like a spice, like a warm spiced tea. Ever so slightly sweaty, a little bit fresh. Oops, a little bit of the fucking wax just came out. Dark. You know, tea's got this kind of dark freshness. It's got that to it. I mean, I'm glad I've had this. It is fresh, it's dark, it's got spice. A little bit warm spice, a little bit fresh spice. Clove. I don't want to say cumin because it's not quite that. Maybe it's a bit of coriander. But it's got a cult. It's got a cult following, and it's just It's got a cult following, and it's just meh for me. The best diptyque candle for me is Fil de Lavant. Good grief. That is a candle, I can tell you. It is gorgeous. Of that there can be no doubt, my friends. Of that there can be no doubt. To be honest, I'd like 4 candles. A proper char-tea fragrance would be nice, says Nick. If you want like a tea fragrance, this has got tea in it, no doubt, but I don't know. I never bought any expensive candles. See, I would rather have no candle than a cheap candle. Diptyque increase prices a lot. You wait until I'd give it 6 months, and you wait and you see the Estee Lauder price increases that are coming. Tom Ford's going up 20% at least, probably more. Oh God, I know Creed's going to go up again. Chanel's going to go up at least 10%. Dior's probably going to go through the roof. What else? Tom Ford is now thousands in the US. Tom Ford is not worth buying anymore at all. No, the fuck that brand. It just seems to be a thing with brands, doesn't it? I have the Oud candle by Diptyque. I've had that. I didn't rate it that highly. Not Oud Palau, just Oud. It's not good, sadly. No. I love my Neroli Portofino. Still so spaced out. Yes, Le Labo is 265 and some more, 320. Yeah, the malls are going to go up again as well. Killian, who's already drastically overpriced anyway. God forbid they take a little hit to their fucking profits, like. Tom Ford Private Blend is $400 for 100ml, 2,000 for the vaulted re-releases. That's just there is no rhyme, no reason to that, like, you know. It's greed, is what it is. It's greed. Shipping companies can fuck off as well. I'd still pay $200 for 50ml of Amber Absolute. There's no way you're getting that for $200, mate. I'd pay that for $200. I'd pay $200 for Amber Absolute. It's another fragrance I will be putting away. As is Absolute Pour Soir. As is New Harlem. Dior Jour. Calvin Klein. Calvin by Calvin Klein. Someone's happily going to spunk their pension on them $2,000 Tom Fords. Do you think Coromandel could be worn in spring? Yes. Rich Mitch, I saw you out in the wilds of YouTube the other day. You'll have to comment on a certain Pretty Mathematicians video. I've liked Tibby's videos for years. She's very smart. She is very smart. I asked her if she would make those shorts into one long video, and she was like, "Well, no, they're a short series." And I was like, like I've got to use my thumb to like thumb through them. I can't be arsed. Can you not just make them into one video? Bless her. She did a video today where she was reading Brian Cox's thesis, his PhD thesis. Fucking are the very best with that, mate. Dura Rose kept telling me that he was having to read his sister's thesis on something. Frag on the Town says Amber Absolute is $2,000 for 8.4 ounces. Crazy. You could buy a car for that kind of money. Oh God, don't get us started about cars. Sorry, I just got a really, really sharp pain in me bollock. What the fuck? What the fuck's wrong with me ball? Oof. The greedy bastards about to fuck people over with ULEZ, ultra low emission zones. Check for lumps, better safe than sorry. Absolutely. Yeah, there's no lumps. I'm pretty sure of that. I get my blood taken and they check for markers for cancer and stuff like that because of or hope no testicular torsion. Had that before. Worst pain in the world. Easily the worst pain in the world. Had it before, had an operation. Fuck that shit. To the moon. Fuck that shit as far away as humanly fucking possible. That is an evil of which I can only imagine that is what fucking childbirth feels like. Or something along those lines. Testicular torsion for the uninitiated is where your testicle, which hangs on a chain, twists on the chain inside the nutsack. It is a medical emergency of which you must seek fucking medical attention lest you lose the bollock. And you can die from it. Had that when I was a kid. For those who don't know, imagine being kicked in the nuts every second at maximum force. I think that's, I actually think that's the way I'm sitting that's causing that pain. Yeah, it is, because I've just stood up and it's gone away. Oof. Yeah. Yeah, that was painful, actually. Don't sit like that. It's sitting on your fucking back when you've got a bad hip, sitting like I was like reclined a little bit and I was resting on my left hip. So the pain is immediately gone now that I've stood up. But no, testicular torsion is not for the fucking you just want no to do with it. Worst pain I had was when I ate a Carolina Reaper pepper. Good lord. I don't know why people do that shit to themselves, like. The plus side of your broadcast style is being able to adjust your balls in total privacy. Correct. Thank you, Rich, for the advice about the vagabond prince. Just don't bother. The rest of them are shit. The rest of them are total shit. See, I've sat back down and the pain's come back. I can't do the rest of the stream standing up, simply because I can't be bothered. I would not like to imagine that. Thank you very much, says Micah. I don't blame you. Kidney stone pain is rated number 1 in severity, although not all kidney stones are severe. I have Swan Princess, but it was cheap. Your kicked in the nuts vid years ago was about what started our friendship. You had me then. Which one was that? Which one? Which video was that? Oh. Old satin mood. You're a big fucking unit. Steph's. Doc, how are you? I just joined and first thing I hear is something being shite. Something is shite. The Vagabond Prince. Yeah, the Vagabond Prince brand is absolutely dross. Enchanted Forest's good, but it's the only one. The rest of them are absolutely dross. Double shite. Land of Warriors is just fucking crap. I wonder when that letter will arrive, says DJ. What letter? Rich, I will save you at least one good decant of vintage Kneezer 10. I'm waiting for that bottle. Ah, yes. Yes. Yes, I remember it now. That video got taken down, got a copyright strike. No wonder I can't get fucking... Did you just say big fucking unit? Tell me more, cowboy. You'll never top that one. That was the one where I was like, what, pay 20 quid? Pay 20 quid for... It was about Scent Explore, wasn't it? Where you've got to pay 20 quid to go and get something that you can get for free every other day of the year. Why would you go somewhere to be sold to? Why would you pay to be sold to? That's like those that thing Persola's did, you know, you pay 50 quid to go to Harrods and they give you a presentation in which you can redeem back against a fucking full bottle of Amouage. Why would you pay to be sold to? Why would you do such a thing? It makes no sense. It's a grift. It's a con. It's not a con. It's not a con. But it's a work. You know what I mean? They get you to invest, so you're on the hook, and then it's like you've got to spend more money to basically walk out without losing your 50 quid. It's like, why? I've got to be honest, right? I have never hugely been into Amouage. Never. Imitation, Reflection. What are the other ones? I've only got 2. I've got Jubilation 25, which is a fucking miraculous scent. It's beautiful. And I've got Diamant, which was a made in Oman bottle from years ago. And I thought it was gorgeous. Caboose Juice very kindly sent me a decant, and I thought, ooh, I've got to have that. Jubilation 25 is my life scent. Your scent of life. I've got enough Balenciaga pour on to see us through, like. Jubilation is my fave. Is your favourite fragrance or your favourite so far from the house? I could sell this Oud Satin Mood Extra, but I don't think I want to. I like it. I mean, this bottle will last me forever because it's that potent, and it is that potent. It's fucking gargantuan. It's the type of thing that people like really like out in the wild as well, you know. Dusan's Scent of the Night is Sundowner, which I really wanted to like, but couldn't. Hard to find a favourite, says Mike. Yes, it is. It's extremely hard to find a favourite. So much quality out there. It's a funny one, because in one sense you're right, and in another sense you're wrong. Because there is a lot of quality out there, but there's also a lot of absolute pony. There's so much shit out there. What did you not like about Sundowner? The ambergris. It's like a sickly ambergris. They should have had a brighter, fresher ambergris. I'm very, 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 very impressed with the ambergris note that's in that Metropolis by Estee Lauder. That is gorgeous. It's up there with Creed's use of ambergris in the vintage stuff. Tower is like heroin. The first hit is coming, and then gradually it becomes less and less. Then you die in a ditch wondering where it all went wrong. When will that vintage Pot de Espagne arrive? Easter. See it in about 6 weeks. And again, so much shite as well. Oh dear. Excuse me for yawning in your ears, friends. Chanel is like coke because of all the powder, says Spaced Walk. Oh dear. And it's bloody expensive. And a massive anticlimax. Zing! Chanel is not my favourite house. I do have quite a few Chanels. Coke is also the rich person's drug. Yeah. It's funny how poor people do crack, but rich people do coke. Weird. Drinking rum and Coca-Cola, la la la. Do you know I had a fucking glass of wine about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I was fucked for 2 days. Not in a good way. I wasn't drunk. And it was literally, when I say a glass, it was a mouthful. It was fucking rotten. Like drinking vinegar. Hermes is my favourite house. They have released a new Un Jardin fragrance. And according to my source, who is very reliable, aren't you, DJ? It's absolutely shit. Rich, you have Un Jardin sur le Nil? No, but it is very nice. Sur le Toit. I think Sur le Toit is my favourite. It's either Sur le Nil or Sur le Toit. I would know it again if I smelled it, but it's between those two. I wouldn't mind a bottle of that. If I didn't already have loads of fragrances that do the same thing. Like a cologne-y, summer like perfume that you can't overspray, I would buy a bottle and just 15, 20 sprays every time I put it on. Kind of like I do with Geranium Pour Monsieur. I am looking forward to wearing that again. I've got a sore tongue. I tell you, I bit my tongue on Friday because I did. It wasn't very clever, and obviously your tongue heals really quickly. And yesterday and today it's been so fucking itchy. Unbelievable. Fortunately, it's like right at the tip of my tongue, so I can like scratch it on my teeth. I'm gonna have a shower tomorrow. I'm gonna have a big shower. Andrej says, scent of the day, ensalade, from a sample. Have you heard that they are releasing a new Ganymede extrait? Apparently it's absolutely fucking awful. I'm taking this shit and wiping it twice. I shouldn't have eaten that chicken fried rice. Diarrhea is coming. Sit down. Hello, Ben. How are you? It's been a while. Where have you been? Spaced out. Is there any lovers of Prada Amber Pour Homme? Try LV Imagination. Best soapy fragrance I ever tried. I'm really, really unimpressed by those Louis Vuittons. Really unimpressed. Can't imagine Ganymede any stronger. Well, just imagine. Just imagine. Just, if Dura Rose was still here, he'd be able to tell you. I've been great, man. Working basically 24/7. Good lord. Spaced out. Have you tried Dear Man? I like Biche, but I don't get the extras. He did Le Fin du Mont. I thought that was interesting. I don't think it was special, but I thought it was interesting. DJ says the extra of Ganymede is a pure cash grab. I tend to agree. It is a flanker in all but name. Yeah, it's bollocks really. Spaced out. You will like its soupiness. How strange. I don't like Goldman by Amouage. I had that Amouage Gentleman's Cologne, which was the basis of Goldman. Oh, I sold it to Audrey Jane. It was just too sheeperish. You know? Too sheeperish. Text from Richie G, because I gave Balabasite to Richie G. That smelled a lot like Goldman for me. I have Ganymede in the EDP, and I will stick with that. Hey. I wasn't a massive fan of any of them. I thought they were interesting, but meh. Rich, what do you think of Perfume Roma Arso? I like it. I do, I like it. It is back here. behind the Iris Poudre and the Noir Peas. And the mon numero 10, my number 10. Also, up the arso, as they say. Oops. It's a bit like Fila Nagel. In fact, it's a lot like Fila Nagel, but not as good. Sorry, I'm making weird noises now. Hopefully the extrait sits close to the skin. It does not. Mon numero 10 is very good. I like it. I wouldn't buy it again. It's not as patchouli. It's not the kind of patchouli I like. Lagerfeld Cologne is a big orange powder bomb. Don't think I'll ever be able to stomach it. I haven't worn that this year. I like it. Not Dura Rose. Ramsey likes it. Ramsey likes it more. B683 is certainly overpriced, but damn, it is exquisite, says Alan. I don't think those Perfumums are worth the money, the price they ask, considering most of the ones I tried are very linear. They are absolutely linear. You might even be able to go as far as to say that they're not even linear, they just never move. It's not like they move in a straight line, they just don't move at all. You spray them on and bang, that's what you get. You know? Stop myself from smelling a lot of new stuff so I can stick to buying the things I've been wanting to buy, says Antonio. I did that. I remember when I did that, yes. I did that. Absolutely. I'm referring to the B683 X-Ray. So B683 is worth buying in 30ml, says Dushan. I'm going to be giving Timbuktu a go this year, this spring and summer, and we will see. I've got the vintage. I'm going to be selling Zonka. It's shit. I don't understand how people can think that's a great fragrance. It's really not. I think Duchefort clearly went through a bit of a phase when he did the Zonkas and he did the Zonkas and he did the Vagabond Prince fragrances and stuff. I think they were quite around the same time. And Dushan, is B683 Extra even available in 30ml? If so, I'd say yes. Yes! Everything is available, says Dushan. I don't know. I'm unsure what to do with Eugene's fragrances. Oh. I don't know whether they fit into autumn and winter or spring and summer, or if they are year-round. He hasn't made a fresh one. I have to sample Fusion Sacré Obscure this year. A bajillion samples I have right now. What were you wearing when you got the flat tire? Ugh, fuck knows. What was I wearing on Saturday? Go back and have a look at the fragrance rotation. Possibly Balenciaga. I don't know. I don't know. What were you wearing when I got the flat tire? Les extraits, la télé française de matière, Laszlo Biro, 80% volume. It's mad to think there's only 20 ml of fragrance in here. The rest of it's just alcohol and water. Not sure if I should start going through samples. You should start going through samples, mate. You definitely should. Yes, you should, mate. Do it for 6 months. Get rid of all of them. Don't wear any bottles. Just wear samples, mate. And buy that fucking girl on you were talking about. Get it done. Oh. Probs. Yeah. Oh, it's getting to that time again, friends. We are getting to near the 2 hour mark. 1 hour and 57 is where we're at. Next is, I was thinking of doing a month of pure samples. You should. Start tomorrow. I wish I had the cash before, lol, but used it on something more important. If by chance, then maybe. What did you use it on? A bill? A bill? Was it a bill? A couple of mortgage payments, that. But I mean, who wants to live in a house? No one can afford houses now anyway. You know what I mean? It's the death of private property. Oh, you swine. I think I might have to sell that Bois d'Assis, you know. It's just not. Rich, do you like Balenciaga Pour On more than Le Leon? That's a very strange question. Right, 1st of March will be Perfume 1000. Everyone I know is getting the fuck out of the UK for more money and reasonable house prices. Brandon says, hell no. Hell no? What are you saying hell no to, Brandon? Yeah, our generation is fucked in terms of houses. Yeah, it's scandalous. Well, the boomers took everything and left nothing for anybody else, and they think that's a good thing. Iris Poudre. Would it make to your spring rotation? Yes, it is. I've already decided this. This is definitely a spring rotation perfume. JJ. If I am still awake, I hope to catch my first JJ live while it's happening. In fact, no, I might have caught one a couple of weeks ago. But JJ, you've caught us just in time to say goodbye. But I do hope, if I am still awake, I will watch. It's just well past my bedtime, that. I usually go to sleep straight after these streams. Oh, shit. Don't do that. Yes, Iris Poudre is most certainly a fragrance that I will... yes, that's right. Last week we had an early one. You joined where I had Crystal. That's right. Yes. I am a fucking... an early night out. If you'd said this 10 years ago, I'd have laughed in your face. I didn't used to get up till like fucking 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, man. But as you get older, you lose your well, you know what you lose as you get older. Brandon says, Rich, what's your thoughts on Ramon Monegal? Sorry. I'm not huge on them, if I'm being perfectly honest. I've smelled a few. They all seemed a bit fruity. Like there was a patchouli, Mon Patchouli. I was really looking forward to smelling Mon Patchouli, and it was just a fruituli. It was just fruit and patchouli, and I wasn't impressed. And the bottles, fucking, I really dislike bottles that have the attached cap. You know, like the cup with the ball on the string. That's what the remind us of. Fucking brrr. I can't be navigating those bottles. They're an absolute kick in the balls. The Ramon Monachals are nice. Oh, God, they're not nice, are they? And we know what nice means, that's right. Yes, pleasant. Pleasant, I like to call them as well. Pleasant. Yes, nice and pleasant. Yes. Yikes. I'll tell you which perfumer's house I was absolutely bereft at smelling. He's just died. He's just died. It's not Ramon Monachal. Who the fuck was it? Not Paco Rabanne, although he made fragrances for Paco Rabanne. They were all numbered. Rosendo Mathieu. Rosendo Mathieu's fragrance line is dross. It's really, really bad, I think. And really, the fact that those were his Greggy boy, welcome. Hello. Just in time to say goodbye. Sorry. But yeah, those Ramon Monarch, those Rosendo Mathieu were really, really bad. Which is a shame because he's created some of the best perfume, like Quorum and like Quorum, and I'm sure he worked on Paco Rabanne Pour Homme. You know, like he's made some stunning fragrances over the years, but that line was so poor, so poor. Just an overdose of all the sweet shit and the amber woods and the lack of creativity. I'm sure he did it as a money grab. He wanted what Coeur de Jean had done. You know, he wanted to create a brand and sell it to a big company. You know, and I feel like that's what a lot of like the Matcha Premiers and the Mise en Cierres are about. They are about perfumers making a line and trying to hack the system so that they create a Baccarat Rouge or they create something and that gets traction and everybody goes mad for it. People start buying it. They go viral, basically. Everybody's trying to go viral now. Shit. I don't know if anybody spent any time with the Mise en Cierres brand, but they are as bad as you would think they were. Or probably worse. But that's a story for another day, friends. 33 watching and 33 likes. Sounds like a good time to finish. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I am getting another pain in my left testicle. Yeah, Mise en Cierres is dreadful too. Yeah, they're absolutely fucking chronic. They're really bad. He's just not even trying anymore, is he? You know? How somebody who has released the kind of shit he's come out with and then fucking comes out with something like this. How did that happen? Anyway, I'm off. I'm going. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Thank you for everybody who has commented and liked and the donators of this world. I appreciate it. You are all too good to us. And I will see you all again soon. Good night.